Have you guys heard of the Parkinson's Law? I'm gonna read it to you right now. I'm gonna read it word for word so I don't get it wrong. It says the Parkinson's Law is the adage that work expands as to fill the time available for its completion. Meaning, if I tell you, hey, clean up your room or clean up something, and you have 4 hours to do it, you will, because you have 4 hours to get it done, you'll take up those 4 hours to clean up the room. If I give you the same room, same condition, but I say, hey, it has to be completed in 2 hours, you will complete it within 2 hours because that's the time you have to complete that task or project or whatever you're working on. Now, I'm gonna put a little twist on it and say it applies to detailing, but what I wanna apply to is when you have your mobile van, whatever it is, whether it is a van or a trailer or a truck or your, sedan, or if it's a shop, whether it's your garage or an actual physical, location that's not your garage, your home garage. And what I mean by that is, let me show you. So for the most part, then that's the light, that's the bag over the light, that's the diffuser. So part of the mess here. But so these towels right here are just my interior towels that I just haven't folded. I fold them when they need. They're clean. I just haven't folded them. That gun there is not. It's not mine. It's a friend's, but it's there, right? Everything else here is just where I store everything for now, right? Pads, towels, more towels, and then mostly everything else is in my van, right? And with this setup, like just this, like I put everything here and then everything else is in my van, right? That's it. This garage that can hold 2 cars. I carry this stuff right here. The problem is, going back to the Parkinson's Law, is that when you get a bigger van, when you get a bigger shop, the first thing, or probably one of the first things you do, is start filling up the space with more time and with more tools and equipment, simply due to the fact that you have more space to fill. So the Parkinson's Law says that the time it takes you to complete work is gonna expand based on how much time you have, essentially. The same thing applies to your equipment and tools based on the space that you have. If you're given, if you're like in New York and you have a 1-car garage, like a super tiny one, you'll make everything fit there because that's all you have. Then let's say they give you, or you get a 1,500 square foot shop. You will then go out and order a compressor, a washer, dryer. You'll get a sink put in. You'll get your, water filtration set up. You'll get and you'll just start adding so many things just because now you have the space available to you to actually fill it up with things that you want. So if you are thinking about getting a bigger van or a bigger trailer or moving into a bigger shop that has more space, don't automatically start thinking, well, now that I have this more space, I need to start putting more stuff into it. Yes, you have more space, more room, you can buy more things to fit that you previously couldn't. Like this van, I'm very limited on what I can carry in there. Like as much as I'd want like a compressor or a canopy, or to take a steamer and an extractor and my 3 polishers and all the pads and towels, I can't. There's not enough room in there. As much as I can cram everything in there, I just can't take that much things in there. So if I'd get a bigger van, immediately I can say, well, now I can fit the steamer and the extractor and 5 polishers instead of just 2, and I can take more pads, and then immediately everything just balloons simply for the fact that now I just have more space. So be very, very mindful in saying, okay, I'm getting a bigger van or a bigger shop, but do I absolutely necessarily need everything that I'm about to purchase? Probably 8 out of 10 times, no data to back that up, you're not gonna need everything. So just don't go into a shop and then start spending so much more money because you got the space. Imagine if I'm able to do 3 cars a day with just this amount of space, with this small car, then why wouldn't I still be able to do 3 cars a day once I have a bigger van with the same amount of tools and products that I'm carrying right now? Right? Does that make sense? So if you get a bigger van, that doesn't mean you need to put more stuff. Keep the operational efficiency in mind when you're expanding space. Let's say I move in tomorrow to a 1,500 square foot shop. Why would I change anything from my setup, right? Assuming, your finances are straight and all that, and you're not just winging it. There's no reason for me to go out and buy more shelves and more towels and more pads if I'm being very productive with what I have right now. So keep that in mind moving forward. Please be mindful of the space does not equal you need more tools and products. It just means you got more space.